What if every night when you close your eyes, you're not just resting but entering a parallel dimension, a highly personalized simulation crafted by your own subconscious? What if these nightly journeys hold secrets not just about your deepest fears and desires, but about the very fabric of reality itself? Because for centuries, humanity has grappled with an enigma more profound and personal than any other: the mystery of dreams. Are they mere random firings of neurons, echoes of our waking lives, or something far more significant? A secret language waiting to be decoded, a portal to understanding ourselves and the universe in ways we can barely comprehend? To begin unraveling this profound enigma, we must first cast our minds back through time to an age when the line between the sacred and the scientific was blurred, and the nocturnal realm was often considered a direct conduit to the divine. Ancient civilizations held dreams in almost reverence. For the Egyptians, dreams were messages from the gods, guides for pharaohs and prophets, with entire dream interpretation manuals etched onto papyrus. The Greeks, too, believed in their prophetic power, seeking answers and visions within the hallowed confines of Asclepia, ancient healing temples where devotees would sleep, hoping for cures and divine insights to manifest in their dreams. Even the Bible is replete with tales of dreams foretelling famine, interpreting destiny, and guiding leaders. This wasn't just superstition, it was a deeply ingrained worldview where the dream state was seen as a legitimate, if mysterious, form of communication, a bridge between the mortal and the transcendent. Fast forward to the dawn of modern psychology, and the scientific gaze began to turn inward. Pioneers like Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung revolutionized our understanding, shifting the discourse from external divine intervention to the internal machinations of the human psyche. They posited that dreams were not random but highly symbolic, offering a privileged window into our unconscious minds, a complex tapestry woven from suppressed desires, unresolved conflicts, and archetypal patterns. But their theories, revolutionary as they were, only scratched the surface, opening up new chambers of questions regarding the true purpose and origin of these nightly narratives. Is it possible that the ancients, in their spiritual interpretations, were closer to a truth that modern science is only now beginning to dimly perceive? As our understanding of the brain advanced, so did the scientific inquiry into dreams. We now know that dreams primarily occur during the deepest phase of sleep, known as rapid eye movement, or REM sleep. During this crucial stage, our bodies become temporarily paralyzed, a protective mechanism preventing us from physically acting out the often vivid narratives unfolding in our minds. Yet, beneath our quiescent exteriors, a storm of neurological activity rages. Brain scans show that during REM sleep, areas associated with emotion, memory, and visual processing become hyperactive, even more so than during waking hours, while the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and decision-making, often quiets down. This neurological paradox begins to explain the often surreal, disjointed, and profoundly illogical nature of many dreams. Think of it: you're flying, conversing with a deceased relative, or running from an unseen threat, all within a landscape that shifts and morphs like quicksilver. What is the brain doing during these bizarre episodes? Is it simply consolidating memories, flushing out neural waste, or is there a more profound evolutionary purpose at play? The sheer creativity of dreams, the way they can weave together seemingly disparate elements into a coherent, albeit strange, narrative, continues to baffle researchers. And then there's the truly inexplicable, the phenomenon of premonitory dreams, stories of individuals dreaming of future events that later come to pass with uncanny accuracy. While often dismissed as anecdotal or coincidental, these accounts, sometimes shared across cultures and centuries, challenge our reductionist views of the brain, hinting at a connection to something larger, an intuitive pulse perhaps echoing Jung's concept of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience and knowledge that transcends individual minds. The scientific models, for all their elegance, often struggle to contain these more esoteric aspects of dream phenomena, leaving a vast, shimmering void in our understanding that beckons further exploration. If dreams are truly just random firings, why do they so often feel profoundly significant, lingering with us long after we awaken? The journey into the depths of dream interpretation has been a winding one, with each era bringing its own lens to this nocturnal riddle. Sigmund Freud, with his seminal work, The Interpretation of Dreams, posited that dreams were the royal road to the unconscious. For Freud, every dream was a wish fulfillment, often disguised and distorted by a censor to protect the dreamer from taboo desires or traumatic memories. The manifest content, what you remember, was merely a veiled representation of the latent content, the true underlying meaning. Slipping on a pair of shoes, for instance, might not just be about shoes, it could symbolize sexuality or a desire for grounding. It was a groundbreaking, albeit controversial framework that dominated psychological thought for decades. Then came Carl Jung, Freud's disillusioned protege, who expanded this individualistic view to encompass a broader, more universal experience. Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a shared psychic blueprint of humanity, filled with archetypes, universal symbols and patterns that manifest in dreams, myths, and art across all cultures. The wise old man, the great mother, the shadow, these and many more appeared in dreams, not as personal repressed desires, but as fundamental facets of the human psyche. For Jung, dreams offered a pathway to individuation, a process of psychological integration helping us to become whole. Modern theories, while less dogmatic, continue to build on these foundations, often merging neurobiology with psychology. For instance, the threat simulation theory suggests that dreams are a sort of nightly practice run, a way for our brains to simulate dangerous scenarios and rehearse coping mechanisms, honing our survival instincts in a safe virtual environment. Other perspectives view dreams as a form of emotional regulation, a way for the brain to process intense feelings and experiences, integrating them into our waking consciousness. And then there are the truly mind-bending ideas, theories that posit dreams as a form of superconsciousness, where logic and reason don't apply, allowing for creative breakthroughs, problem-solving, and even communication with altered states of reality. What if the bizarre, illogical nature of dreams isn't a bug, but a feature, allowing our minds to think outside the linear constraints of wakefulness, solving problems and generating insights in ways we simply cannot while awake? Some spiritual traditions go further, suggesting dreams are not just internal phenomena, but glimpses into parallel dimensions, or even opportunities for out-of-body experiences, where our consciousness temporarily leaves the physical realm. The deeper we dig, the stranger and more profound the mystery becomes, hinting at a realm of existence far richer and more complex than we habitually imagine, not just within us, but potentially connecting us all. So, what then is the ultimate secret of dreams? After millennia of contemplation, scientific investigation, and personal introspection, a definitive answer remains elusive. The profound truth may be that there isn't a single answer, but a mosaic of possibilities, each reflecting a facet of the human experience. Dreams are, unequivocally, a deeply personal phenomenon, an internal narrative shaped by our individual histories, fears, and aspirations. Yet they also possess a universal quality, echoing archetypal patterns and expressing emotions common to all humanity. They serve as a nightly therapist, helping us to process trauma, regulate emotions, and consolidate memories. They are a creative muse, sparking insights and breakthroughs that elude our waking minds, and perhaps, just perhaps, they are also a mirror reflecting the deepest layers of reality, a constant reminder that consciousness is far stranger and more expansive than the limited scope of our everyday perception allows. The mystery of dreams persists, not as a void of ignorance, but as an open invitation. An invitation to explore the vast, uncharted territories within ourselves, to pay closer attention to the nightly dramas that unfold behind closed eyelids, and to consider the profound whispers they carry. The next time you awaken from a particularly vivid dream, don't dismiss it as mere fantasy. Instead, ask yourself, what was my subconscious trying to tell me? What insights might this bizarre narrative hold? What deeper reality did I glimpse for a fleeting moment? Because in the quiet, dark hours of the night, when the world outside fades, our minds embark on the most extraordinary journeys, and the secrets they guard might just be the key to understanding not only ourselves but the very nature of existence. If you're intrigued by the hidden layers of human experience, our next video delves into the chilling phenomenon of sleep paralysis and the shadowy figures reported by countless individuals across cultures. Don't miss it.